What is going on, guys? Lildogdog here, and today I'm bringing you a quest guide for the new 2020 Christmas event, Violet is Blue 2. This is not only the Christmas event, but also a permanent quest that's going to remain in the game like Violet is Blue. The first quest in the installment, 2 years ago, Christmas event. So you're going to need to do it anyway, so you might as well get it done now. Before we get into the video, I'd appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe. As a guide maker, not a lot of people feel the need to subscribe to my videos, but it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and if my videos help you, they can help everybody else. So be sure to like and subscribe. Alright, enough shameless plugging, let's get into the video. Now, there aren't actually any skill or quest requirements for this quest, not even Violet is Blue 1, so to start, you're just going to go talk to Posty Pete, located by the portal west of Taverley on White Wolf Mountain. So just outside the portal, you're going to want to talk to Posty Pete. Posty Pete is going to just have this solemn look on his face, which is strange for a skull, but you can tell he's down about something. He tells you, hero, I've got some mail issues. And it's Christmas time, so there should be like a bunch of mail, but, there's no mail coming through the portal. And your character's like, wow, that is a little bit of an issue. And Posty Pete's like, you know what? Being the hero, you should investigate. Find out why there's no mail coming through, and he's going to propose a quest. Now, you're following a quest guide, so the belief is you're going to accept the quest, so that's probably a good way to start. Once you accept the quest, if you followed along this long, enter the Land of Snow portal. Right when you get through the portal, you're going to see Posty standing there. Talk to Posty. Your dude's going to be like, what's up? What's going on in here? And he's going to tell you that he's got a lot of mail, and, he is struggling to sort through it. Which immediately you found the solution to the problem, but you get totally distracted and completely forget about Posty Pete. He says, do you remember Rasmus? Yeah, you remember Rasmus. Who doesn't remember Rasmus? Choose the first chat option. You remember him, and he's going to tell you that Rasmus has gone missing, and that if you have time, you should do it. He also tells you that he has some mail for you, which makes his job a lot easier, and this wonderful cutscene place where you get to see pictures which are drawn for you by Violet, which they are just adorable. Like, this just gets you right in the holiday mood. Like the festivities. I'm ready. Hey, by the way, while we got time, I'll say once again, don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. Leave a comment down below. I love reading the comments. It just makes my day. And I'm a small channel. Who doesn't like to support small channels? You should be supporting small business in times like these. But, you know, I digress. Back to the holiday cheer. Violet clearly misses you and wants to show you all her pictures. So your character, once this is over, decides that it's time. It's time to go visit Violet because you've probably neglected her for about 2 years since Violet is Blue 1 came out. If you've even done that. Because it's actually not a prerequisite to this, although this quest would make a lot more sense if it were. It makes sense though. Once you're done talking to Posty, run north. Now, hopefully you don't get a glitch like I did, but eventually it will take you to Violet's home. You're going to go up to the door and knock on it, and you're going to get another little cutscene here where Violet comes and lets you in the door. She's very excited that someone's here. And look who it is. It's you. And Violet is very happy to see you. But once again, this does not make sense if you have not done Violet as Blue 1, because that little girl just jumped into your arms, and if I were her parents, that would be very concerning to me. That's some weird stuff. If you have done Violet is Blue, her parents are very happy to see you. Trevor and Betty, what good Yetis. They're just so excited to see you. So excited that you're here to play with Violet because she's really missed you. Once you get through the dialogue here, Violet's going to invite you to see her tree. So you're going to want to walk to Violet's room. And once you're in her room, talk to her. She's going to show you her tree, which sadly enough is not a real tree. It's just a drawing of a tree. And she's going to invite you on an adventure to an enchanted tree farm or magic tree farm, something like that. Kids these days, to help get her a tree. And your character is just like, it wouldn't be too hard to go chop just like any tree. Their house is surrounded by them. But she insists that you have to go to this magic tree farm, but the map to the tree farm is lost, and only she knows the clues to where the map is hidden. So she's going to be like, I have clues that can show you where the map is hidden, or to find out where the map is hidden. And the first clue is a dusty chest. So there's only like one chest you can search in the house, which is near Trevor. So that's like, you go out back out into the main room, and then it's on the east wall, right behind Trevor right there. So search the chest. And Violet is hype that you found the first clue. And she's so hyped, she gives you a second clue, which is that the next clue is hidden under a monster. Boom, it's the rug in her room. The editing on this makes it look like I got this so fast, but it took me a minute. All right, and then the next one is something hot. Search the fireplace. That is hot. That is very hot. Kids, don't play with fire. Who am I kidding? Kids don't play this game. All right, so once you search the fire, she's going to tell you the next one is smelly. That is the barrel of fish under the stairs. Seriously, though, my demographics show that, like, everyone who plays this game is between 18 and 35. We're all stuck in the past. Time to admit it. Anyways, once you get to the barrel of fish, she's going to find a carrot and coal. Just choose a second chat option. What should we do? This is a problem that there are snowmen stealing our enchanted maps. She's going to run outside. You got to follow her out. Once you follow her outside, give her a chat. And she's going to tell you to close your eyes. Now, you get a little black screen here. Don't worry. Part of the quest, your game did not crash. And she's going to tell you not to peek while she clearly builds snowmen. Choose the second chat option to keep your eyes closed, because I don't know what happens if you peek, but she said she was going to know if you peek, and you don't want to incur the wrath of Violet. And when you open your eyes, there's going to be two talking snowmen. Actually, they are legitimately talking snowmen. She is a god. She has created life. This just turned into a Grandmaster quest. Now, to beat Violet, she has a 600 combat level and uses 9 different special abilities with a 4-phase fight. I'm totally kidding. This is, they're just snow imps. So she throws a bucket on her head because she's like a kid, and they do those kinds of things. And just runs into both of these snowmen, and the snow imps pop out. She's going to run back over to you once that cutscene ends. You should probably talk to her to progress the quest. Talk to the snow imp. The snow imps are going to be like, oh, that's right. We have a friend named Rasmus who's been missing for a few weeks. He went missing during a game of hide and seek about 2 weeks ago. And we haven't seen him since. So your character's, thinking he's definitely still hiding. So now it becomes your responsibility to find Rasmus like you promised Posty earlier. So you're going to want to run south to the abandoned farm where they said they were playing hide and seek. Long walk. All right, we're there. Now, when you get to the farm, you're going to have to search multiple hiding places around the farm. I really don't know if you have to search multiple or if it's, I believe, based on the dialogue, he will be in the chest by the farmhouse. So if you want to search that first, go for it. Unfortunately, there may be other locations where he's hidden. So I searched the crates right by the entrance, the well. There is some more abandoned crates to the west side of the house. My camera's orientated to the south right now. And then there's the chest you can open right here. Based on the dialogue, I believe that is where he will be, so you can just go straight there. And once he pops out of the chest, talk to Rasmus. And he is just, oh, so thankful. He tells you that he was locked in the chest for like 2 weeks. They were just playing hide and seek. He hopped in, he thought it was a great spot, and bam! Closed on him. He can't get out. Why he, didn't teleport or anything like that is beyond me. You can ask him the question if you want to, because that's actually the first chat option. But to skip the dialogue, choose the third chat option. At least he got out before Christmas. And that's when Violet drops the bomb on him that Christmas is 2 days away. And the dude just starts freaking out. Full on panic attack. Just not having a good time. He's like, I was given all this responsibility by Santa. I was supposed to decorate Yeti Town, and eventually you and Violet are just like, dude, get a grip. I'm the world guardian, and this is a 6.5-year-old girl. I think we can decorate the town. So at the end of the chat, you hear some rumbling in the distance, and the three of you proceed to the Yeti Town. Upon arrival, it is total chaos. The Yetis and the Snow Imps are arguing, and the tree is burning in the center of town. They're all blaming each other for the lack of decorations and all other issues that they are facing, all while refusing to take responsibility for their own actions. I don't know, probably a lot more simple. But y'all walk up and feeling like, they notice the total crew that you are, and they listen to you for a second, but then they go back to arguing because they're mad and they don't care. Violet is going to take this upon herself to just make the loudest noise possible. So she walks up by the tree and straight up roars. Just lets it fly. She introduces herself and says that we are going to help fix the town, one step at a time. Now, to fix the town, and this is some preemptive explanation here, you have to help 3 assistants and decorate the tree. There are some pretty bad jump cuts, so don't give me too hard a time. I'm doing this quest for the first time as well. So yeah, just forewarned. So first off, we're going to want to talk to Assistant Timothy, who's the baby Yeti. Now he's going to tell you that, he just has to focus on concentrating on the snow, but that's how we trigger the first task, which is to actually help Posty. Talk to Posty, and he's going to tell you that the list, Santa's actual list, the naughty and nice list, has gone missing. Someone stole it, which is very not nice. And he tasks you with finding it because honestly, he can't be bothered. You're there. You can do it. So, to start, you're going to want to go talk to Peter, who is the baby Yeti east of the tree. Jump cuts, ignore them. Peter is going to be like, don't talk to me. Now, go talk to Elizabeth, who is the baby Yeti west of the tree. Once again, jump cuts. That's pretty much about as bad as it gets. So, yeah. So Elizabeth, right here, lounging around, totally cracks under the pressure and snitches on Peter. She's like, no, Peter has it. I'm sorry. I did have it. I gave it to Peter. So you're going to go back to Peter, who is east of the tree. Now, Peter, who was very hard before he was snitched on, also turns into a snitch. He goes, oh, yeah, Elizabeth, she ratted me out. Time for me to rat out Moxie. Moxie has the list now. So you should go talk to Moxie. Moxie is southeast of Peter, just down the pathway here. You're going to chat with her. And she informs you that, well, yeah, she did have the list. She had to take herself off the naughty list. But she's now given it to Neil. So Neil is a snow imp who's located in the house on the hill south of the tree. Talk to Neil. And he admits that, yeah, he did have the list, but, he got rid of it because he heard there was people looking for it. And he's not about to go down. So he says he threw it out the window. The list is on the ground outside the east window. I was really So yeah, there's a lot of like jumping around and me looking around for it, places it's not. But it is outside the east window right there. I just clicked on it. So you pick it up. Violet makes some edits herself because she feels that it's wrong for people not to get presents. So she actually just puts everybody on the nice list. And once she's done going at it with her crayons, or crayons, wherever you're from, return to Posty, who's still north of the tree. You're going to give him the list, and that is going to be one of 3 assistants dealt with, because that's just all you had to do for Timothy. Once the dialogue ends with Posty, you're going to want to talk to Rasmus. And then it's time to move on to the second assistant, who is Assistant Brad, northeast of the tree. It's just east of where Rasmus is located. Now, he's going to task you with replacing the tree because it was his job to get the tree in the first place. You're going to have to choose the first chat option. How can we help out? And he's going to tell you about Taylor, the tree lady, or tree Yeti. I don't know how Yeti gendering works. And that is your best bet for getting a tree as a replacement because that's where he got the first tree from. He also warns you that Taylor's probably getting pretty peeved that he got the first tree ruined because she worked so hard on the first tree, but tells you, you ain't got no choice. So now you're going to want to run north across the bridge and then west. You can follow the signs all the way to Taylor's tree farm. Once you arrive at the tree farm, you're going to want to talk to Taylor the Yeti. Violet is just super hype all the time to just even be around Christmas. And Taylor's like, seriously, I'll ruin the first tree. Do you know how long it takes to grow a tree? It's a long time. But she tells you, yeah, go ahead, pick out another tree because it's really not your fault. It's the snow imp's fault for putting fireworks in a tree, which is just a really bad idea. And once you get the freedom to pick a tree, you're going to want to inspect the wonky tree to the west. It's in a compost pile, it looks like. Don't even worry about clicking on the other ones. Violet doesn't think they're right. She likes the wonky tree. It has character, you know? She is just in love with it. You and Taylor try and convince her that it's really not that good of a tree. She is just not having it. So you decide that the wonky tree is the way to go, and it's taken back to town. After that short little cutscene thing where the wonky tree is taken away, you're going to go back to Assistant Brad. Unfortunately, you cannot surge, so this is just a full walk. Brad, still northeast of the tree, is waiting for you patiently. So give him a chat. And he's like, "What did you do? What is this tree? This is terrible." He also tells you that they built this little base around it because that's the only way it was staying up. And eventually he agrees, it's good enough. Whatever. My job's done. The next assistant you're going to want to talk to is Assistant Susi. Mind the voice crack. Also Snow Imp, also south of Brad. She gives you the task of decorating the town, but she also doesn't really have any decorations. So first, you need to actually get the decorations by going door to door like a Jehovah's Witness and obtaining them. Now, she sets her sights at 4 piles of Christmas decorations, and that is your responsibility to get them from the townspeople. We're going to work in a clockwise direction. First, we're going to knock on the door to the inn. Pretty much going to be a reference point going forward. So knock on the door to the inn to the west. There's going to be some children inside pretending to be adults, thinking they're stealing the eggnog. If you catch my drift. But to get you away, they give you some Christmas decorations. Now, from the inn, you're going to want to go to the north and knock on the door of the home. Now, they are more than happy to give you some Christmas decorations. And you can move on to the house across the street, which is just to the east. Knock on the door. And you're going to have Sandra here make her husband, Yeti husband, go and get all the decorations out of the attic for you. Once you get your third pile of decorations, you're going to go to the final house, which is the south door of the house near Peter. There's no maps here, so I can't get you a picture. Like the Land of Snow doesn't have a map in RuneScape, so I can't put those little red squares like I usually do. So you just got to go by what I say. Knock on the door of the house that is south, the south door of the house by Peter, and you're going to get your final stack of Christmas decorations. Now, what do you do with these Christmas decorations now that you got them? Well, you better return to Susie to find out. So talk to Assistant Susie, and she's like, how about we decorate 5 lampposts and 4 houses? That seems like an appropriate number, and also just so happens to be the number of lampposts and houses in the little circle here. So we're going to start with the lamppost directly to the south of the tree. Decorate that one, and then there is another lamppost south of the tree up the hill. We're going to decorate that one. Now we're going to switch gears here from lampposts to houses. You have to click on the door to decorate the house, so decorate the door of the inn. Now a hop, skip, and a jump to the north is the house where we got some Christmas decorations. Use their own decorations to decorate their house. And then there is a lamppost just to the north. Decorate that thing as well. Now across the street to the east, decorate their door to decorate the house. And directly to the south, but north of the tree, is an additional lamppost. We got another lamppost just south of Peter. And then there's the final house to the east of that last lamppost. Really hard to describe other than that it's east of the tree. All right, so once you've decorated 5 lampposts and 4 houses, talk to Rasmus. And you've helped all his assistants. So, I mean, that's got to be it, right? Wrong. You got to decorate the tree yet. So, he's like, you and Violet can absolutely do that because Violet really wants to do that, and it doesn't sound fun to him at all because he's got enough going on. There's only 2 days till Christmas. So you got to investigate the wonky tree. Violet's like, we can't reach that. But she comes up with a wonderful idea that you can use snow imps, because they can fly, to decorate the tree. And conveniently, Hal the snow impling is flying around west of Assistant Susie, literally just south of the tree. Uh, he is freaked out that you're coming up to him trying to grab him, because, as we know, the hunter skill exists, and typically when imps are getting grabbed at, it's because we want to loot them. So he's like, okay, you're not doing that? Are you sure? All right, well then, yeah, I guess I will help you decorate the tree, which is just hilarious how you actually have to go about it. And what I mean by that it's hilarious, is he's going to put himself in your inventory after complaining about Christmas pudding, or offering Christmas pudding. Don't eat Christmas pudding. And you're going to have to throw that boy a few times to get the decorations on the tree. So, once the dialogue ends and you ignore the massive jump cut in the video, you're going to want to walk up the hill just to the south. Once you get to the top of the hill here, you can click on the snow impling in your inventory and launch it 3 times. Now, one thing to note here, and I didn't actually cross-reference to see if it works, I moved 3 times so that the imp hit different locations. I don't believe you have to do that, but in my head it made sense, so I did it. If you'd rather just move and not try it out, go for it. If you don't have to move, let me know, and I'll pin your comment, whoever says it first. So once you launch the snow impling for the 3rd time, the tree will be fully decorated. And once it's done, you're going to want to walk up to it and admire the wonky tree. What a beautifully decorated Christmas town. You've saved Rasmus from the wrath of Santa Claus. Everybody gathers around the tree and also admires it because it's great. I mean, look at those lampposts we decorated. One click and we wrapped them up, put lights on. It looks good. Once the cutscene ends here, you're going to want to talk to Rasmus. And Rasmus is very appreciative for your help. He seriously, he would have incurred the wrath of Santa Claus. And as we all know, man is like the Flash. So once you talk to Rasmus, you're going to walk back to Violet's home with her and take her back to her parents, because your adventure's over pretty much at this point. This is all just formalities. You have to make sure the kid gets back home safe. So once you do, she's going to throw her helmet, which is a bucket, back on, and wind up running into the door. Knock on the door to trigger some dialogue with Violet. And once this dialogue is over, you may have to knock on the door again. As soon as I knocked on the door, it opened, so I'm not sure. But once the door is opened, you're going to want to go in and talk to either Trevor or Betty. I spoke to Trevor. Violet will immediately take over the conversation and tell her parents how excited she is that the house is not only decorated, but she also has a new helmet. And once she takes that bucket off, she sees that her parents got a tree, which, as we all know, Violet is very hype about. She can't believe it. She finally has her own tree. Now, once she runs over, they say, you know what? Why don't you open a present? Because we got a few presents for you. And she, just being the wonderful child who likes to share that she is, offers to open some for you. Now, you agree to open some gifts with her, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, these turn out to be your quest rewards. If you enjoyed the video, like I've said multiple times, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I like seeing that number go up. Watch my other videos if you enjoyed this quest guide. They're very similar, slow pace, easy to do. And if you haven't yet, join my friends chat. Whenever I'm on, feel free to reach out. Have a good day.